You never know when you're going to get a video out of me, but today's the day. A client of mine texted me and said, "Can you meet earlier?" And I was drinking coffee. I was on the couch. I was in my bathrobe, my bright orange bathrobe. And I was like, "Sure, I can meet now." And so I threw on this sweater that my daughter made. Let's just talk about the fact that my daughter made this sweater. And we got on the call. And the reason I'm recording is not because the sweater is so amazing, but it is. It's because this is a client I've had for 4 years, I think, almost weekly for 4 years. And lately we've been noticing a pattern where we keep coming back to basics. We keep coming back to like the basic tools as a way to cope, to grow, to expand, to heal. And so it's really fun working with a client for a long time because we can laugh about the patterns that we come back to. Like we can read each other's minds. Like it's very cool. So I kind of knew where she was headed and she figured out pretty quickly where she was headed. But I want to try and explain this really quickly. We were talking about this concept of her saying, and thank you to this client, she's amazing. I told her I was going to get off our call and record a video. She was talking about being afraid to get big, being afraid of being a powerful woman, right? Because what's that? There's a famous quote. I'm terrible at recollection, so maybe I'll find the quote and pop it up here. But she was talking about this fear of becoming a deeply powerful woman. And I said, afraid of being big, why? And she said, change, safety, security. And I said, why? And I interrupt this client all the time. I interrupt most of my clients all the time because she wants to keep going, but I keep stopping her and coming back. And so I said, let's come back to change. If things change, then what? I want to know the rest of that sentence. And she said, if things change, and I'm looking down at my notes, I won't know who I am. Okay, that part's scarier. And then she wanted to go off on a tangent. I was like, no, come back. If things change, I won't know who I am. And I said, and then what? And then I won't know how to react. And then what? I won't know what to do. And then what? I'll spin. Now, I'm going to give away this client's secret. She has this, and I'm laughing because she even offered to record this video with me. I was like, no, it's okay. But she has a thing about like, and then I'll spin off the planet. Literally, like we know it's an irrational fear, but I won't know what to do, and then I'll spin. And then it hit her. And she said, and I'll figure it out. And she had to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper to realize that she would figure it out. And as soon as she realized she would figure it out, everything changed for her. Everything changed. And so the way I tried to draw it for her is very messy, but here's what it looks like. If things change, we know that on the other side of that is I'll figure it out. But what's in the middle? In the middle is the messy part, the messy middle, right? The obstacle is the mess. Inside the mess is not, I'll get rejected, I'll fail, someone will judge me, people will laugh at me. In the middle is not the mess of what will happen. The real mess is what will happen. I won't know how to react. I won't know what to do. I'll spin. That's the mess that we're scared of. That's the mess that we have to get through from if things change, all of that mess. I won't know how to react. I won't know what to do. I'll spin to get to the place where I figure it out. And that's the place we want to go. That's the only place we ever want to go is to the other side, the deeper side of that question when you go deeper and deeper and deeper. So when we talk about the messy middle, it can be really easy to think about it circumstantially, like things will break, things will fall apart, I'll get lost. But it's not that. It's like what is happening inside me. I'll feel shame, I'll feel guilt, um I'll feel disappointment, I'll feel dumb, I'll feel lost, though I'll feel alone. That's the messy. Growing is messy. Growing is messy because it doesn't feel good. And then we were talking about another program she's in where they're inviting her to journal every day about what her vision for the future is, what the goal is she's working to, what would it feel like, what would it look like. And I said, here's the reason that's a beautiful exercise. Not because we're talking, I wrote down these words. Not because of the secret. It's not because if I get myself deep enough into the vision, it suddenly appears. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I feel about it. The secret is that if you sell yourself on the dream, if you wake up and journal about what you want your future to look like, who you want to meet, the job you want to have, the house you want to live in, if you sell yourself on that dream, you will get messy for it. You will get messy for it. Growth is messy. Okay, I think that's it. I hope this helps. I kept reminding her to use some of my favorite tools, which are, of course, right? Of course, this part feels terrible. We're doing it anyway. Of course, this feels awful. We're doing it anyway. Of course, it's getting messy. We know that we're going to get here and we'll get through it. And it's okay to be like, I thought it would go this way, and I was wrong about that. I was wrong about that. I'm embarrassed. That's the messy part. So take what you like from this. I hope some of it's useful. It felt important to record, and thank you to my client for that amazing session this morning. And thank you to my daughter for this beautiful sweater. Have a good day, everybody.